Okay, guys, welcome to part two of the top 10 list of most beautiful female cartoon characters I've ever seen. I'm so sorry that this took this took like 3 weeks or 4 weeks later, or how long it took. Like, I'm so sorry. So with that said, let's get to the countdown right now. So number 5, Hildy Gloom from the 7D. Of all the female animated villains I've looked at, Hildy Gloom is literally the most beautiful out of all of them. Like the most attractive. I love her face design. I love her hair design, the color of it, and her outfit. And especially that, even her freaking speaking voice is freaking beautiful. And she has a British accent. She's played by Kelly Osbourne, Ozzy Osbourne's daughter. And her voice is just makes the character or sound so beautiful, and the design for brings her to life or something. And so, she's also really funny too. I don't know. I just really enjoyed the hell out of this character. Number 4, Miss Vavoom from Droopy and Dripple. Well, okay, she's also from the Tom and Jerry Kids cartoon show. But she was also in a spin-off show from Droopy, a dog. It's Droopy Master Pet Detective. Master Detective actually. Oh yeah, and this character is so hot. Looking. It's kind of like the other, like a mix between of Jessica Rabbit from Who Framed Roger Rabbit and of course, was Red Hot, and basically, I thought I heard that she was like the cousin of Red Hot Riding Hood, but that's what she's supposed to be like. She's basically like the other version of Red Hot Riding Hood for the other Tex Avery cartoons. Well, this character has such a beautiful face design and a really good red hairstyle. On the photo I basically the photo I just showed, it was basically from an episode where she's like in a car wash episode called Sutsy Vavoom. But her name is just Miss Vavoom. And she gets some funny lines. She can also be kind as well. And she really is much like in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where Jessica Rabbit dates Roger Rabbit. Is married to Roger Rabbit. Or Miss Vavoom is in love with Droopy Dog. And basically shuns away the wolf. And it's really funny. So her voice is really good too. Is really cute too. She's voiced by Teresa Genzel, I believe her name was. I do, and I talked to her once on Twitter, to see if it actually was the actual voice actress, and she did. To say yes, it is I, Miss Vavoom. This was like a while ago, before I made the Bostonian Critic, Twitter page. It was a different, I had a different one, and I thought it was so cool. Also, and I even did a picture, or of I did draw a picture, but I'll explain that later, or probably. So, that's Miss Vavoom. Honestly, I really enjoy the design of this character. But that said, number 3, a tie between Marinette Duchang from A Miraculous Ladybug and Akiko Glitter from the Emoji Movie. Now you might be thinking why I put these two together. Both these two characters are 3D animated characters, to be honest with you. First we talk about Marinette Duchang. I adore the hell out of her design a lot. And she's absolutely beautiful, to be very honest. And she's got one hell of a beautiful speaking voice. Plus, she's a very, very sweet character, too. And I know she's a teenager, I get that. But sometimes I think she looks more like a 20-year-old almost. Like how I am, basically. So she's a very. I've seen a few episodes of the show, and she's a very likable character too. I just really adore the design of her. She looks very beautiful, and for Kiko Glitter, that, in my opinion, is literally the most beautiful 3D animated character I've ever seen in my life. I love her outfit. I still love her face design, and on her pink hair, it really matches the character. And her face design with her eyes and her big red lips and stuff. Oh man, drop dead beautiful, extremely drop dead beautiful for a 3D animated character like her. And of course, I already said before about the emoji movie a million times. I extremely despise it. It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. But I did mention in my review, my extreme rant review, that this is actually the only character that I kind of liked. Christina Aguilera does actually do a good job doing the voice of the character. And that's pretty much it. I know she's barely in the movie for that long, but my God, she dropped dead beautiful. Easily the most beautiful 3D character I've ever seen. So basically, these two characters make the spot, but it's mostly Akiko Glitter though. Sorry, I heard something. So with that said, now with that is all done, let's get to number 2. A tie between Angie Diaz and Eclipsa from Star vs. the Forces of Evil. First, let me talk about Angie Diaz. Of all the animated moms I've ever looked at, whether it be like Dexter's mom, or Dee Dee Pickles from the Rugrats, or Ash Ketchum's mom, or Dawn's mom from Pokemon, or whatever, or even Rita Loud from the Loud House or something. Out of all of them, in my opinion, Angie Diaz is literally the absolute most beautiful animated mom I've ever seen in my life. I so adore the design of this character. She is one of the most beautiful characters in the entire show. I know I already talked about Moon Butterfly a few weeks ago on my last list. But I just can't help it. She's just so gorgeous looking. I mean, oh, good God. But I just love every time I see the character, she has such a beautiful face. And I love her hairstyle, extremely adore her face design. That outfit that she wears, and her flip-flops and stuff, I love her. And she is such a sweet person. I just adore the living hell out of her, and especially her design. She's one of the characters that I got a super massive crush on. She's actually voiced by Nia Medeiros, who you may recognize her in another movie called My Big Fat Greek Wedding. This character is so extremely beautiful, I had to do a fan art of her. Alright, so I'm just gonna scroll through here for what I've drawn for her stuff. This is basically me interacting with her. I know I didn't do live action stuff, but I don't even know how to Photoshop of stuff. So I probably would have been able to do more of the Roger Rabbit concept. So this is basically what I got so far. Alright, basically I'm just trying to tell her how much of a beautifully designed character she is. And my actual thoughts on her in general. This is actually my favorite part right here. I really love how I did this. Then she gives me a kiss. And basically this is her birthday present. And this part right here, it's another thing I drew. There was an episode of the show where Star basically leaves Marco behind and stuff because she had to go back to Muni because the character named the villain Toffee was there and stuff. This is based we already know how she's already pregnant with Marco's brother that's coming in. Right now, I know they're in the last season right now. But this part is supposed to be similar to the Disney film Tarzan, because this basically popped in my head. Or how Tarzan was going through a turmoil and stuff. But now if he wants to stay in the jungle or go live with Jane. One more thing is that I actually send the pictures to her. Or there's the picture right there. And it was basically a birthday present to her. This was I released it months ago. Or a day after my best friend's birthday party. And she retweeted it and said, "This is awesome and thank you." This really made me happy. Now with Eclipsa, literally the most beautiful character in this entire cartoon. I so adore her face design, her hairstyle, and the outfit that she wears. Much like Angie Diaz, but she looks just as beautiful as her. Oh, and the one thing that makes her even more beautiful than life itself is her freaking speaking voice. Or I think the actress is, I'm trying to remember her name. I think it's Esme Bianco. Oh, whatever. I'm trying to pronounce it right, but my God, her voice makes the character feel so alive and so incredibly more beautiful. Oh, and like how she is already. I mean, look at her. I mean, look at her. I just love the way how she really looks. I'm sorry. Every time I see her, and Angie Diaz, hearts literally float around my head. These two characters I could easily place as number one for most beautiful cartoon characters. But there's one character that I am going to talk about also. That's already done with Angie Diaz and Eclipsa. But with that said, before I get on to number one, let me do some honorable mentions. Maggie Dunlop from the Curious George movie, Bulma from the Dragon Ball series, Hecapoo from Disney's Star vs. the Forces of Evil, Panty and Stocking, Velma from Scooby-Doo, Betty Rubble from the Flintstones, Rita Loud from the Loud House, Miss Keene from the Powerpuff Girls, Princess Alana from Symbiotic Titan, Anna and Elsa from Frozen, Queen Delightful from the 7D, Froppy, and Inko from My Hero Academia. And my number one pick for most beautiful cartoon character of all time is Hello Nurse from Animaniacs. Ever since I was a little kid, I fell in love with this character. Or even when I grew up with the show, basically. Like, I was watching the show on Nicktoons and Cartoon Network, looking stuff. Every time I see her, my heart's truly full around my head for that drop-dead beautiful character. And like I said before, I still got a thing for blondes versus something. And this is like the most beautiful one. I know like people love like other blondes like Rapunzel, for example, from Tangled and the Tangled cartoon show. Could definitely be the most beautiful blonde ever designed, and I kind of agree. I'm actually in love with the 2D I actually should have just added Rapunzel from the 2D animated Rapunzel cartoon. Because the 2D animated version is so freaking beautiful. But this one I was more in love with the most because this is the one character I fell in love with the most when I was a little kid. Hello Nurse is basically my Jessica Rabbit. And I love the face design. I love her hairstyle and her color and the color of her hair. Her voice is absolutely beautiful. She gets a funny line every once in a while and stuff. I don't know. I did some fan art, which is somewhere in my pile anyway. Around this pile and stuff, but I don't feel like taking it out right now, but yeah, I love the character and stuff, so definitely, in my opinion, the most beautiful cartoon character of all time. So that wraps it up for this top list. I might do another one regarding other female characters, but not like most beautiful cartoon characters or something. I'm thinking like animated moms or video game characters and princesses and stuff, but that's gonna be another time because tomorrow, it's gonna be tablet almost fell. Tomorrow it's gonna be since I'm doing like another Disney year, I'm gonna talk about something that's in the galaxy far, far away. Basically what George Lucas has created. And if you like what you've seen so far from this video, click like in the video. If you got like a character that you fell in love with the most, just comment below. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Stardust, and Instagram. I am the Bostonian Critic, and I am signing out. Take care.